This video is for those who are on Twitter or on social media anywhere and they're wondering what's going on with the Alita, the Alita fandom. They're seeing a lot of votes, or they're just seeing a lot of things from Alita fans online, and they're wondering where it's coming from and what it's about. Bottom line is, our fandom is real. We're just a, just a group of Alita fans online, Facebook, wherever else, and we're not really organized or anything like that. We're just a bunch of people who came together, found each other on Twitter and whatnot, and we're doing our best to show our support for Alita, to get the film a sequel, and to and just basically just enjoy each other's company and enjoy our love of the IP, of the character Alita, and the world, and everything like that. So what you're probably going to notice is that there are a lot of people online saying that we're either bots or that we're just a bunch of anti-Captain Marvel people, and and it's kind of is I don't know. I don't even know what to do about all of this. All I can do is just keep trying to tell people that we're none of those things. We're just Alita fans, right? And so there was this thing that happened back in March, like the first week of March, basically, where the some right wingers, like James Wood is one, and I'm not familiar with a lot of these people that keep getting brought up. Like, I know them, I know James Wood is an actor and all of that, but apparently, I know he's conservative too, but apparently people hate him for some reason. So I guess I'm thinking it's just because he's a right winger, and people seem to hate right leaning people. But anyway, so the thing is, though, Alita was in theater since February 13th, right? I saw it on the 14th, and I saw it 4 times that week. And I went on to continue to see the movie, and I've seen it 21 times so far. And I wish I could have seen it more, but it just, my schedule wasn't working out, and my family, I had family, children, and a wife to be there for, so I couldn't go out to see the movie as much as I wanted to. But the whole thing is, anyway, that 3 weeks, 3 weeks in, the movie was doing terribly in the United States, and domestically, North America. I just say North America. Um, it only made about a total. It only made 85 million domestically, so that was pretty bad. It got off to a decent start, but it really dropped, and it looked like it was just going to be a total bomb. If it wasn't for China and a lot of the overseas fans, we wouldn't be sitting here having any kind of sequel hopes at all right now. So during that time, though, those first couple of weeks, we were online talking and saying that we really need to get some support for this movie. We really need to raise awareness of it. And so Gen X Strikes Back had started the Alita Challenge and that hashtag, and what happened was the right wingers, somehow they must have been watching, and they jumped onto it, and so that's all people know now. That brought awareness finally to Alita, but at the same time, it also brought a bunch of hatred. And personally, I don't understand the hatred for other people's opinions or ideologies that you just don't agree with. I don't understand why Republicans or Democrats are suddenly in this thing where they hate each other now, when it seems like before all these years there was always just a respect for other people's opinions. Now there's a hatred there, and I don't really get that at all. But so they jumped onto it, and for about maybe 1 week, and then after that they were gone. So from about, let's just say, about, just roundabout guess, like March 1st or March 3rd to like March 8th, and then after that it was just us who were there from the beginning, those of us who were there from day one, and it's still us. And so we're on Twitter, we're on social media, and we're promoting this movie, and we're making some noise to try to get a sequel and to get other people to watch it. The Blu-rays are coming up, and we really hope those Blu-ray sales come through big for us, so we can have a little more assurance that we might get a sequel. But the thing is, whenever we bring Alita up nowadays, it's always just, oh, they just hate Captain Marvel. These are just a bunch of people who are pretending to not be sexist so that they they really hate Captain Marvel and they're just pretending to not be sexist basically. And it's such a stupid argument because right now Captain Marvel is already on Blu-ray. Captain Marvel has been on Blu-ray for like a couple weeks now. Alita is not on Blu-ray yet. So why would us defending, not even defending, but why would us being online promoting Alita be seen now as an attack against Captain Marvel, which is irrelevant at this point. It's not even up for it's not even direct competition anymore. So that's kind of stupid. But that just shows that those people who are saying those things had no interest in Alita whatsoever. They only got they only had even any awareness at all when the whole thing with the right wingers started. And so their interest in Alita begins and ends with that event. So I wouldn't listen to those people when they try to tell you who the Alita fans are because they don't know either. They're just, in my opinion, they're just as bad as the people who only got involved for 1 week because they had a problem with Captain Marvel. They had a problem with Brie Larson, more specifically. So these people had a problem with Brie Larson, and so um, they got involved. And now you have people on the left who are hating those people, and now they hate Alita as well because of that. And it's like, to me, from where I stand, you're both bad. You know, I'm like, we're just here trying to promote our movie that we love, and all you're doing now is attacking us because of that thing. When the truth is, if you had all been there to support Alita in the first place, that would have never happened. You wouldn't have had us start the Alita challenge. You wouldn't have had these right wingers jump onto it and start promoting it and then leave suddenly. But that wouldn't even have happened if we had more support for the movie. If half of the people, let's just use Captain Marvel for an example, which came out 4 weeks after Alita, that movie made $1 billion. If half of those people saw Alita, the movie would have made 500 million easy in the U.S. And we wouldn't be sitting here talking about any Alita challenge. It would have never happened. But none of those people, it only made 85 million US, so hardly anybody saw the movie. Those of us who did see it, we were like, this movie's underrated. This movie needs promotion. So we're out here fighting hard to defend this movie, and we really don't appreciate all of this crap we're getting just for trying to be fans of this movie. So you're just as bad, in my opinion, as the people who you criticize, or the people on the right or whatever who you think are sexist and bigots and all of that stuff. When all you're doing is attacking, you're not helping at all. You haven't helped Alita the least bit at all. So I don't think you were in a position to really be criticizing anybody else for their support of Alita. You also have those people who are saying that we're bots, which really just makes no sense at all. Why would anybody pay a bot, which is what they usually say? They're paid bots. Why would anybody pay a bot? Number two, why would anybody even hire bots to go online and promote a movie? Like, who's doing it? Who would do it? If you believe, first of all, Alita is owned by James Cameron, not Disney. But if Disney did own it, they have what do you call it? Marketing. They have the marketing power that they wouldn't need to use bots online to try to push a movie. So anyway, and I know James Cameron isn't out here paying bots to promote any of his movies. He's never done it before, to my knowledge. And so that's just another ridiculous argument, and it's really making the people who are coming out against the Alita fans, it's making you all look really, really petty, and just, I hope people see through your lies. I hope people see through the stuff that you're saying online about us, because we're just trying to promote the fandom. We're just trying to promote the movie, and we're doing it as politely as possible. So really just take a step back and actually think about the stuff that you're saying about us, and then whether it even makes sense or not, because it doesn't. And I hope people see that. If you have any doubts about whether any of us are real, just look at our profile. We're voting online, in these polls that keep coming up when they say, what's your favorite movie of 2019? And that's another thing. If the question is, what's your favorite movie of 2019? And a lot of people vote for Alita, then why are you surprised? Because it's a 2019 movie. If the question was 2018 and then you saw Alita being voted for, then there would be question marks. But this is a 2019 movie, so why is it such a big surprise that people are voting for Alita? So you might think, well, why aren't people voting more for Avengers Endgame, or why aren't people voting more for John Wick? That's not a question for us. Okay, you need to figure that out yourself, because we're doing our part. We're promoting the thing that we love online. So don't like get kind of offended at us because we're doing what other fandoms are not doing. You get what I'm saying? If you want to know why there's not more people voting for Endgame, ask the Endgame fans. So um, I think that's pretty much everything that I had to say. So thank you all for listening, and I hope this straightens everything out. I mean, you know who we are. So check my profile if you're not sure. All right, thanks.